And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And his first look is incomplete. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Short little throw to Ebron. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's going to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here comes the rookie 7th-round pick. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Hey, 43, 15.
He'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, and a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. On fourth down, Herbert. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness.
And now here's another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, 15.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. They find some open field here. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now it's Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Now Landry. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have it. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first.
Into the hands of Allen, and he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
He finds his target, Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They'll run with the third-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for KC. 72 yards. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
15.
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Quick slant, complete to Keenan Allen. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Herbert now. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Herbert back to the air. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. A luck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. Too shy of the 10. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at... And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Hands it off out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
sometimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to
try to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Nick Bolton. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back to the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Short little throw to Ebron. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1 and 1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. That's good for 28 yards. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a counter, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
Have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit ahead.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But
all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got some room to operate. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point good by Hopkins as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw it here. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Now, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Attack, attack! 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 15. Yellow.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show up.
So for the Chiefs, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.